Hey guys, welcome in. If you are new or just passing through to my channel, welcome. My name is Tam. I'm also known as the Enlightened Auntie. If you're returning, welcome back, squad. I'm here today to do another general collective reading. We're not sign specific here. We're also gender fluid. I may say you when I'm talking to them. I may say them when I'm talking to you. Put yourself in the story wherever you seem to fit. Remember that time and energy are fluid, so I could be talking about the past, present, or the future. Take only the parts that resonate. Leave everything else behind. If you're new here, and even if you're one of my old heads, I would strongly recommend going into the archives. My readings do tend to reach out into the future just a little bit. So if you go back like 6 to 8 months into the archives, you may find some titles back there that resonate more for you now in the present. Also, for those of you who are in my archives, I see y'all back there digging around. I see the comments. I see y'all. I see you. Thank you guys for being here today. I hope everybody's doing well, feeling good. Today is Friday and Mars is going retrograde in Leo. Mars will be retrograde until February the 23rd. It will be in Leo until January the 6th, and then it will move into Cancer for the last portion of the retrograde. So take a look at your Leo house to see how it will be affected. And generally, there's a couple of things, Mars, the aggression of Mars, think Aries, Scorpio. And the main energy that I've been pulling is that you might not be as motivated to do things as you normally would. Watch for flared tempers as well. Yeah. Okay. Let's jump in. This is actually the second read today because the mic went out again. And I recognize what it is. I need to get a new cord because now it's very sensitive. I was full swing into a reading. I got about 40 minutes in and I just happened to lean back a little bit to grab another deck and notice all the lights on my mic were off. And I was like, so when I went back to watch the video, I had bumped the mic and that's when the audio switched off. And in the middle, and it's funny because the irony is I was actually, at the time that I bumped the mic and the mic went out, I was telling the story about how I've been having mic issues and my mic keeps going out. So here we are. I decided to just reshuffle. I don't even want to go back into it because I had gotten pretty far into the spread, so I don't even feel like going back through that story. So we're just gonna start over. All right, let's jump in. Let me grab 6 cards to get started. Oh, there's the first one out. 1, 2. Okay. It looks like there's something here, either something new you're trying to learn or a new skill you're trying to master or just something that you decided to kind of look into. But interesting, either you're not listening to your intuition. I do see like there's something here where you may not be trusting your intuition, and that may be a large reason why you haven't proceeded forward. There's something here that you're not thrilled about, or maybe there's something here that you're doing that you've just kind of lost interest in. So maybe it's not as, it's not as fun anymore. You could be a business owner, entrepreneur. There's something here where you're kind of laying it to rest, or there's something here because in order for you to start this one thing, it's interesting because it's kind of like I heard I don't know, are you between a rock and a hard place? Because that's the way I heard it, but it doesn't, I mean, honestly, it doesn't look that way. This could just be a perception thing. I feel like it's a perception thing. Maybe you have two things, like you have some bright idea or there's some new alliances or a new situation that I feel like you're being presented with, right? Because you're facing it, which I like. So this is you facing this new opportunity and turning your back on maybe something that an idea or something. Okay. Whew. Okay. So maybe there was something. I mean, okay. If you are a business owner, I'm told to go back here. If you are a business owner, maybe there's an aspect of your business that you're just not, you're meh. I'm getting meh, you know, you're just not that thrilled with. It doesn't bring you joy anymore. Like it just isn't, it's not doing it. Okay. I feel like you might be having some difficulty. That's part of that rock and heart place. Okay, thank you, Spirit. It kind of feels like there's something here that in order for you to pursue this new thing, because what you don't want to do is you don't want to just keep piling onto your plate. That way you won't have any room on your plate to do anything, right? So you don't necessarily want to pile anything on the plate. You know that there's something that you've got to like stop doing, or you've got to just, there's an aspect of the business that has to end. Maybe you're not really sure of what to let go of or what to stop doing. Ooh. Okay. For somebody, I don't know who, I heard the part that they can steal. I don't know what that means for you. Hell, I don't even know what that means for me. The part that they can steal. And maybe the part, whatever that is, I mean, you don't, I get the impression I don't think you're going to really care whether you let it go or not, because I don't feel like it brings you any kind of happiness anymore. Okay. That's fair. Let's keep going. But I do see you eyeballing this new opportunity. But there may be something you need to learn. Like there's... yes, there may be something here you need to learn. But if you learn it... oh my God! But if you learn it, it will be very successful. But you won't find that success if you don't take any action. It's here. I do see. Yeah, look. Yeah. So, oh, that's crazy because now I'm seeing it in a different sector, but now this is like the current line. So this feels like in order for you to, you have to let that whatever there's an child. What? I'm like, I have two businesses. What? And I like it here, but I like it there too. That's different. I don't know. This is not, this might not be for me. I'm like, I like what I do. Both things. I enjoy them. But there's something here. You have to let go of something that has not been working successfully for you in order for you. Woo, because I feel like you're being encouraged to kind of give your attention to this new thing. I feel like your attention is being called to this new thing, whatever it is. And if you make the but you got to take action, because right here there's no action, none. But I also see, look at the way, I'm loving the way the cards are kind of connecting, because here it's kind of like, here's this section here is no action. This is stagnation, not moving, not doing nothing, right? Here are the things, like this is the thing that you would need in order to be successful. This is also connected to you, like this thing that you're not, that you have your back turned to, that you're not really, it's not bringing you any joy. It's like, it's like, oh, it's like God saying, oh, this thing that you're not even joyful about, or you're not doing it for the joy of it, it's not bringing you any real success anyway. So I'm giving you something else. But in order for you to take advantage of this new thing, Ace of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, in order for you to make something out of this thing, you have to let go of the thing that you don't like, that's making you unhappy. That's kind of like sucking the life out of you. Child, I'm gonna really be thinking about this. Because maybe you didn't foresee this thing not working out the way that you wanted it to. Oh, no, I'm not taking that. Okay. Okay. You know, I looked down at the mic to make sure the lights were still on. See, all it requires is you to take initiative. It is going to require you to take some initiative. Maybe see, something has to end. You got to make a choice where to focus on. Yeah, you got to make a choice. The Lovers, you got to make a choice. It might even stress your ass out a little bit. Okay. So listen. You do have the potential of being very successful here, okay? But this here is the stagnation. But look at I feel like whatever this is, you may not actualize any real movement or traction until like spring or summer of next year. But let me tell you, whatever this is, maybe you've been doing it for a long time. Maybe you've been doing it for a long time. Maybe you've been doing something for a long time, or yeah, so it's kind of like, and here's the other thing too. Whatever this new thing that you're focusing on, it will provide you with the type of long-term stability that you're looking for. But you're going to have to give something up. Something will have to change. Something will have to change. You got to stop taking action towards something. There's something you got, and it's all connected to this card where it's not whatever this is that you're doing, that you've been doing, that's been a part of your life or your business model or whatever you're doing. There's something here. There's an aspect of it that it doesn't bring you joy anymore. Like it doesn't bring you fulfillment. It's not bringing you fulfillment. But there's something here that needs to change, or you need to stop taking action towards. And the moment you make that decision to start really focusing on this other aspect of your business, again, you may not actually see any real traction till like spring, summer, I'm getting. Yeah, there may not be traction till like spring or summer. Okay, that's that story. Let's talk about the other story. Okay, so I feel like there's someone here. I actually see like 3 different stories on this board. Okay, from this section here, I feel like you have somebody who may want to come and tell you how they feel. I do have the energy here, somebody wanting to have a conversation of some sort. Okay. They may want to come towards you trying to like establish some type of like, I don't know, groundwork, and like maybe this is somebody that you've already had some type of interaction with. But there's someone here feels like there's unfinished business. We'll just say it that way, okay? You have the energy here of somebody who may feel as though there's some unfinished business or an unresolved issue between you. They want to come towards you. I do feel like they want to communicate how they feel, but right now they're kind of stuck in their head. They're not taking any actual action. They really want to, but they're not taking any action towards you. I also feel like this person, like I said, they feel like there's some unfinished business, or that there's, like some type of unresolved issue. And I feel like this person, they may want to come in and offer like, let's try again, let's start a new cycle, and and try to work together to, really solidify it. But there may also be a little bit of concern that you're not interested in trying to, like, I heard rebrand. You're not interested in rebranding, with them or with anybody, really. Um, I'm also feeling too, if this is business related as well. Again, I get the energy of somebody wanting to approach with some type of offer, but here's the thing. I feel like somebody here may want to come tell. I don't know. This feels very imbalanced to me. What did I think I said this like 2 readings ago. Like, if somebody approaches you, remember I said the offer is a distraction. So while I don't know who I'm talking about or what scenario in your life we're specifically speaking on, and this may not necessarily be a distraction. Like, this is why being grounded is really, really important, because when you're grounded, you're able to listen to your intuition. You're able to just let, your intuition, and let spirit just nudge you in the directions that you need to go in. But here it feels like there's some, even with this offer, it's interesting because even if they came here with this offer, there's still something that's justice in the reverse. It's still something that's not is not cool. There's still something that's not cool. But in order for you to even entertain it, something would have to change. And things would have to be balanced. They would have to be balanced. If it's not balanced, you don't want it. If it's not reciprocal, if it's work related, this is like getting paid your worth, getting paid for the work product that you produce or whatever it is, like getting your just dues. Because you're here to make some money, baby. You're here to I see it. There's some aspect here that is not I don't know. You're not thrilled with it, but I wish I knew what this was. I know you're gonna tell me in the comments, because like I said, this, yeah, I don't feel, this doesn't feel necessarily like a romantic relationship. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. This feels very work like, business. Because I am seeing here where like somebody makes a, like says they make an offer for some type of new opportunity or whatever. Again, like I said, justice in the reverse really gives me pause. It really gives me pause. It really gives me pause. Because justice in the reverse down here, and the high priestess in reverse up there in the corner next to it adjacent. It's giving me pause. Because I'm still getting this energy like you could do bad by yourself. Like you don't necessarily need to bring somebody else in, or have somebody come piggyback off of your shit in order for you to be successful, because your success and abundance is your birthright. So you're going to be successful and abundant anyway. One, you're going to have to get out of your head though, because there's something here that you want to pursue, but you're not actually taking action on it. And you could be so much more successful if you actually just did it. Could have something to do with online presence. So like maybe somebody here is thinking about starting a channel or a blog or something, or, you know, TikTok channel or something. I don't know. But you haven't taken action. You got a bright idea and you want to do it. And you've got a really solid thing here and you see the benefits, but you haven't taken action on it. Okay. What did I say a couple weeks ago, or not a couple weeks ago, last week? There was a reading where I said, because this is like almost the same energy. Remember when I said like maybe at a time things were like, maybe you were doing something, because I see that here. It's kind of like you started doing something, and like I feel like you may have fallen out of love. I don't know. That's just the phrase that's coming to my mind. Like you fell out of love with something while you were you're waiting for it to like give you your just dues. You're putting all this energy and effort into something, right? And there's like this massive slowdown, or you felt like this resistance energy of preventing you from actually like launching off, and really doing your thing. I am getting entrepreneurial energy here, right? And so kind of the energy that I'm getting here is what you don't know. Remember I said the person that may come to you trying to pitch to you may actually be part of the problem of why you couldn't get some shit off the ground. Keep that in mind, because that's coming. That's like ringing in my ear right now. So there was an aspect here, like here's the slowdown that you don't see. It's unsuccessful. You're not able to actually get it to expand. You haven't been able to get it to expand. Hasn't made you very happy. It's because you've had somebody behind the scenes purposely attempting to slow you down, to create endings, maybe create an ending for you, like create an ending, like making you give up and shut down your business, stop your business model completely, stop giving to it, stop investing in it, so that it would be unsuccessful and make you just stop, give up altogether. I know this resonates for somebody. This is not, for me, this does not feel like a romantic relationship of any kind. Yeah, the part of the reason why you haven't really been, and I feel like you may have worked to, okay, here's part of the reason why, if you're not taking action towards something particular, an aspect, a leg of your business, it's because maybe at one point you were working your ass off. You spent a lot of time and energy trying to figure out why this thing wasn't doing what you wanted it to do. And you were just kind of like, you've been in a space, like, I heard holding space, but you've been like in this like almost a stasis where you just kind of like stand still. You've been kind of at a standstill in some aspect or area of your, like, business. That's the business. It's a business. This is a business. And you've been waiting for something, but you're waiting and it just feels like you're waiting and it's just not coming. It's not coming to get, hasn't been coming together. And it does feel so unfair because you're putting all this time and energy into something and you're like, what in the hell? Yeah. You're like, I'm pouring all this shit into it, but there's something here that had been unseen. Like, you feel, and then, like, you doubted yourself. You may have even doubted yourself. You asked yourself, like, because the shit didn't feel fair, right? You're like, damn, I'm putting all this energy and effort into something, and I've been doing it for a really long time, and nothing is working. It's not working. So now you're getting all, getting in your feels. It could definitely be triggering some kind of money wound if you've got one of those. Yeah, look, it makes you, child. I want to say this was done. This was orchestrated. I want to say this was orchestrated. This was orchestrated to do exactly what it has been doing. There has been some shenanigans going on behind the scenes. There have been some shenanigans going on behind the scenes. And somebody does not want you to know. So basically what you were internalizing, it's kind of like, because what I see here, and I got again cards out here, but kind of what the energy that it feels like, it feels like a lot of like you have felt over this, I don't know, however long you've been doing your business, or whatever this is. It feels like it was meant to make you feel there's a lot of feelings here, but it was meant to make you feel like almost stupid for making the decisions that you've made to kind of go in the directions that, it's almost like it was meant to make you feel stupid, like you made a decision to be an entrepreneur, and it's almost like somebody wanted to make you feel, come on, give me the words, like, I knew you couldn't do it. You know what I mean? It's almost like somebody here wanted you to be, they wanted you to feel low and fucked up. They wanted you to give up. They wanted to just, like, this energy feels like someone wanting to really test your resolve. And I have actually talked about that in other videos where there were certain situations that we've been placed in on purpose. And whether it's at the hand of someone else, I do, God sees everything. So, he works it out for you. But I feel like in certain instances, there were situations that were placed in our lives that kind of forced us to grow and expand. Not always voluntarily. But this energy here, I feel like what it was meant to do, it was meant to make, because what I'm seeing in my mind, I just feel like I see somebody just like breaking out of a shell. Like, for those of y'all who are into anime, like Super Saiyan type shit, like, I just see like all of this electricity and everything, just it was meant to make you do that. It was meant to make you, because I feel like whatever somebody had been doing in the background, whether they knew their role in this process or not, they were trying to make you, it was like really to force your hand. I don't think this person realizes what they've done. Like, God and the devil both use people in different ways. I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm going to leave it like that. God and the devil use people in different ways. And I feel like this situation was meant, it was orchestrated to really show you your true strength. But first, there was a huge need for you to get out of your head. I mean, whether that's now or whether that's in the future, there's a need for you to get out of your head. Because I do see that there's something here that has the potential for massive expansion. But it is going to require you to get out of your head and start taking action. Again, I'm getting spring, summer, maybe of next year. Okay. It might be very, very busy for you. Yes. Yes. What did I say? I was like, this thing was orchestrated. This was orchestrated for you to experience this. It was meant to. I also get the energy here too of like, and I don't, it's funny because I don't actually have these cards. I don't have these cards out here, but I'm kind of also getting to, there was a breakdown, a need to break down your ego. There was a need to break down the ego. Like, maybe at one time, and mind you, we all could be guilty of it at any given point in our lives. Like, I mean, I know that there's been some points in your life where you just felt like you knew everything and you didn't necessarily know as much as you thought you did. And I think that was also part of this process. It was like part of that need to break down the ego to show you that maybe not. And there's still some room to learn some things. There's also a lesson here in learning, a lesson in boundaries you've experienced. Mm, a lot of Aquarian energy here. There's something here from your past. I'm like, now that I'm like really looking at all the cards as they lay together, you're waiting for something here. You know what? You know what it looks like? This looks like almost, okay, so remember when I just said it was like almost to make you feel like you didn't know what you were doing. Like this was orchestrated to make you feel like you didn't know what you were doing. Because it was almost like somebody wanted to be like, ha, show you couldn't do it. Right? Almost to like diminish whatever it was that you were doing. This is a really interesting energy. I also get the energy too, like, Because this almost feels like, this feels like work too, but this feels like more of a traditional workplace. Like almost as if they were waiting for you. Okay. Because like I said, you could do bad. I think I said this earlier. You could do bad by yourself. This almost feels like too, like if somebody here, like they were orchestrating it energetically so that you would maybe feel defeated and just give up on being an entrepreneur, almost like giving up on being an entrepreneur and going to work for somebody. That's what this looks like. But that's not what you want to do. That's not what you want. You don't want, like, whoever I'm talking to is an entrepreneur. They got an entrepreneurial spirit. They do not want to work for somebody else. And I feel like what this was, this energy was almost, this was testing you, collective. This was testing you to see this. Oh, child, this is testing you. This is testing you to see if you would give up doing what it is that you're doing, being an entrepreneur, working for, like going out there to, versus this is like giving up being an entrepreneur in order to go back to like a traditional 9 to 5 for the paycheck. Like somebody wanted, this is the gnarliest ass energy I've ever seen on my board. Whatever. This is gnarly because what it feels like, and I'm telling you what it feels like. It feels like somebody trying to create a situation or a scenario for you to slow you down or to stop your progress, whatever it was, whatever your business is or whatever you do. They were trying to slow your progress down in this particular area to make everything unsuccessful so that you would end up having to go back and get a regular 9 to 5. Also, they can say like, see, I told you so. You didn't know what you were doing and you couldn't do it. And it was a foolish mistake for you to do. This is almost to make somebody else, like if somebody has been talking shit about you, this would, by you throwing away or abandoning your entrepreneurial job or whatever your business is, by you throwing away your business model, this would almost vindicate whatever this person's saying. It's like, see, I told you so. They didn't know what they were doing. Stand your ground. Somebody here. Somebody here has been actively doing a lot to keep you stagnant and to keep you in an energy of being codependent on something that you don't even actually want, which is that traditional 9 to 5 job. That's not what you want. They can wait till the fucking cows come home. They've been trying to create a dynamic to where you end up having to seek this independence that you want by going out and looking for a job. I've never seen this on my board before. And I don't know if it's because I'm using this particular deck, but somebody wanted you to be constantly in a space of lack. They wanted to keep you stagnant. They wanted to keep you codependent. They wanted to bring an end to your business. Somebody's been working very, very hard to do it too. I don't know who this is for. Yeah, look at how much so much is hidden. There is so much hidden. There's so much hidden that you do not know about. I mean, you might know. But there's been so much hidden that has been trying, and the stuff that's being hidden is literally whatever they've been doing in the background to prevent your movement forward. That is the key component of what's being hidden. Yep. And if there's one specific person here that's responsible for all of this, they're doing it because it's funny. I feel like everything here was meant to Everything was meant to destabilize you and put you in the energy of being completely tapped out. Somebody wanted you to be completely tapped out, like in the sunken place. They wanted your business not to thrive or flourish. They wanted to slow you down at every turn, to keep you stuck and unhappy and in the sunken place. And they've been watching you. Somebody has been watching to see if whatever they've been doing has been working. It's not. Yep, it's not, because what I'm seeing is, and if I read it backwards, what have I been saying? What they wanted for you is what's happening to them. None of this is happening to you. None of this is touching you. None of this is touching you. Like, you've already kind of walked away from you let it down. You already know it's not what you want. You've walked away from whoever this is, or whatever this relationship dynamic is. If there is a dynamic, there's somebody here, whoever this person is, it's kind of in the back that's orchestrating. Like, you don't fuck with them, and you don't want to fuck with them. You have no desire to. But this person has been doing a lot of work to keep you in a space of lack and poverty consciousness. Whoever this is, I don't know who this is. And it don't have to be just one. I mean, it kind of gives off like a one person thing, ringleader or not. But I do get the impression that you're still standing in your power, no matter how much they tried to destabilize you. They wanted you to be destabilized. Okay. Collective, I see that you haven't been thinking about whoever, because this could potentially be a group of people, maybe, but I feel like you're not even thinking about like bringing these people into the future with you. You don't see the purpose of having them there. Being around this group or in this community doesn't make you feel like you don't feel like you're part of the group. So you don't have any desire. You don't think about them. You're not thinking about them in the future, and you don't have any desire. You're not focusing on trying to build any foundations or to work on the relationship. Yeah, so you're moving on. I love it. You're moving on towards a new life that you imagine, and you're moving away from your past, because there was nothing normal about that. There was nothing normal about that relationship. There's non-conformity. By the book in the reverse talks about non-conformity, like it's just being unusual, an unusual situation. You have no desire to be a part of a particular kind of community. You're walking away from it, especially walking away from any type of relationship dynamic that, yeah, at one point maybe did have a potential to flourish or whatever. But this thing from your past, oh wait, hold on. Because we're talking about a relationship, but okay, let me scrap that part. Because I'm also seeing too, that's interesting because this here says something from the past that may be lining up and blessed. So blessed, you know, blessings that come to you without having to do any work for them. They're just gifted to you. You're ready to receive them. You may not have to do any actual work to build a foundation because maybe the foundation is already there. It's something that's unusual or out of the norm. You are being challenged to kind of go with the flow. Use your imagination. But there is action that needs to be taken. This potentially has something to do with you being honest with yourself or being honest with other people or somebody needing to be honest. Oh, I like it. Somebody being honest. But the last card out was not for you. At the bottom of the deck is between worlds and happy, happy, time for a nap. So do nothing. Kind of interesting. Take a new path. Don't be afraid. Oh, Jesus. Okay, well, you've already mastered or you've learned from something. You've healed a pattern. You've healed a pattern that revolves around like negative self-talk. We like it. And now you have the ability to observe things that do not feel abundant. Okay, if something comes back towards you for a second time, you are being challenged to be flexible. But I'm also getting here like a lot of do nothing. Like don't do. Because I feel like if you don't take action and you allow somebody just to kind of expose themselves, then you'll kind of know where to go from there. So at this stage, and then at the beginning, remember I said there's something here that you just, excuse me, there a new skill that you're learning or something that something that you would love to get a hold of, something you want to do. I do feel like you're ready, but you have to take actions. Okay. Because now I'm being told to read it from the bottom to the top. So, see? Okay, thank you, Spirit. I'm like, please explain to me. Hold on.